Thanks, Laura. The Dortmund players have only just gone in. They've all been diving in front of that little section, which is the part of the yellow wall they've been able to bring with them here to Paris tonight. Let's deal with the elephant in the park, they prance. Penalty for you, Rio's adamant. I don't think Owen's quite so sure.
I don't think it's a penalty. We haven't the benefit of seeing it 2 or 3 times. The boys have. But a couple of times we saw it, I think the contact is definitely on his shin outside the box. I definitely think the referee gave a penalty, and then almost immediately Fletch changed his mind to get what I thought was the correct decision. And interestingly enough, VAR didn't ask him to go over and correct it, so I thought it was a correct decision.
We've spoken a lot tonight, and the guys are talking about them now. Schlotterbeck and Hummels. Sula came on as well towards the end. Kylian Mbappé over the 2 legs. Julian Ryerson had him in both games. Norwegian right back played him really well. Jadon Sancho was really good as an attacking player in Dortmund. Tonight, though, we saw the defensive discipline side of his game to double up with Ryerson. Those 2 did brilliantly against Mbappé.
Yeah, listen, you got to say it. Mbappe's world class. Hat-trick in the World Cup final. He's a big-time player. He didn't do it over the 2 legs for whatever reason. Could he have done more? Possibly and probably. However, all the credit must go to the way the Germans defended. They played him through the middle in the first game in Dortmund, and Hummels, who was outrageous over the 2 games, as was his sidekick Schlotterbeck. The 2 of them were brilliant, played him very, very well through the middle. And then on the left-hand side, when he moved left and they played Ramos, I thought it had been a tough evening for Ryerson. But what you're absolutely right to mention, Jadon Sancho got backed and tucked in, and Hummels again on the right side of the central defence would come out and make it a 3-up against them when required. Do you know something, Fletch? I thought it was a triumph for football tonight. I'm actually thrilled for Dortmund. No superstars, just a really proper, hard-working outfit that play for each other. We saw that there. You know, what a relationship they've got with their fans. We saw it last week. I've gone on record that saying it might be the best atmosphere I've seen in any European stadium anywhere. The atmosphere tonight and the way they celebrate with their fans, proper club, thoroughly deserve it, and all the very best from going to Wembley.
One more on Mbappé. The fact we didn't see as much of him over the 2 legs as we expected, how much was that down to him and how much was that down to Dortmund?
Certainly some of it's down to him, because you could argue there'll be occasions where he could do more to go on the ball and try and isolate, whether it was Ryerson or 1v1 situation. But I'd flip it. I think the majority of the credit must go to the German defence. The Dortmund's played them really, really well. It was a tactical masterclass from the coach, Terzic. It really, really was. When they didn't have the ball, I thought they were absolutely terrific. They formed a real unit. They went to 5. They might have gone to 5 too early, by the way. It's hardly to say that when they kept a clean sheet. But I thought it was slightly early to go to the 5. But when they did, they condensed the 5. They did 4 in front. They were almost impossible to play through. And they had to play them wide, and they defended it really well.
2 big questions now, Laura. What happens to Luis Enrique? Because in general here, elimination from the Champions League means they change their coach. And I'm trying to work out just how many Dortmund fans are going to descend on London for the Champions League final. If it's anything to go by here in Paris, look out for a lot of yellow around North London come Champions League final weekend.